What's up, everyone? Welcome to the Power Play with CJ. Today, for the annual tradition like no other, CJ does his full season preview for the NHL. Obviously, we've done a team preview on all 30 teams, talked a lot about everything, but this is going to be the one that wraps it up on the day that the puck drops for the NHL season to commence. 4 games on the docket for tonight. So without further ado, we'll do my playoff teams for each conference. Eastern Conference for the Atlantic Division in order. I got Tampa, Montreal, and Detroit in that order. Metro, I got New York Rangers, Pittsburgh Penguins, Washington Capitals, wildcard teams, Columbus, and the New York Islanders. Best 3 teams in the Eastern Conference record-wise will be Tampa, the Rangers, and Pittsburgh. And then Montreal goes 4th. Last place team in the Eastern Conference, I got Toronto with Carolina and New Jersey not too far off. And my first team on the playoff bubble that's out is the Florida Panthers. I think they will be finished just outside. But, they had a big year from Barkov and some of the younger guys. They could maybe knock off one of those other teams in the East. I don't see it, but those are my 8 teams for now. Western Conference, Central Division, I got Nashville, St. Louis, Chicago in that order. Pacific Division, I got Anaheim, Calgary, and Los Angeles. And then 2 wild cards. Hot take city right here. I got Dallas and Winnipeg, with Minnesota just missing the playoffs by a hair. Minnesota is the Florida of the Eastern Conference, if you catch my drift for this year's standings. Although I could see Dallas. No, we'll go Minnesota just missing the playoffs, because every time I pick against them, they do great, and every time I pick them, they let me down. So that's what we got from there. Worst team in the Western Conference will be Phoenix Coyotes, or the Arizona Coyotes. They will be tanking to land the hometown kid, Austin Matthews. Now we'll go further. My first All-Star team, Carey Price in net, Shea Weber and Drew Doughty on defense, Ovechkin, Crosby, Corey Perry up front. Second All-Star team, King Henrik in net, Duncan Keith and Victor Hedman on the back end, Jamie Benn, Steven Stamkos, Vladimir Tarasenko up front. My all-rookie team, Matt O'Connor from the Senators is in net because he's going to get some starts with Anderson banged up to start the season, so that's going to be Hammond is banged up to start the season. He'll get some ice time. Noah Hannafin for the Carolina Hurricanes and Griffin Reiner for the Edmonton Oilers. I just forgot Reiner still only has 8 games in the NHL under his belt, and at 21 years old, it still constitutes a rookie. Up front, my guy, Sam Bennett. We all know how I felt about him during last year's playoffs. I'm a Sam Bennett fan. My fellow Massachusetts native, Jack Eichel, Buffalo Sabres, no big deal. And, my good friend, Connor McDavid. I think he's going to have an okay rookie. I think he'll do all right in the NHL. Just okay. My hot trophy, I got Sidney Crosby, who will also win the Art Ross with 113 points. My Rocket Rashad trophy is Alexander Ovechkin. I think this will be his 6th straight with 54 goals. We'll get to that in a second. Calder trophy, Connor McDavid. No big deal. I think anyone with half a brain would pick that. Vezina, Carey Price. Norris, Shea Weber, first time for everything. Selke, Jonathan Taves of the Blackhawks, picked him over Bergeron and Anze Kopitar, so 8 million want. Jack Adams, Peter Laviolette of the Nashville Predators. So those are my official awards. Here are my mostly random bowl. I wrote this all up on powerplayinsiders.com, so feel free to take a look. First coach fired, Claude Giuliano of the Boston Bruins. Cam Neely gave him a better confidence the other day. That didn't sound like too much of a better confidence, so we'll see what happens there. Breakout player of the year, Seth Jones of the Nashville Predators, with David Pastrnak of the Boston Bruins being right behind him. Most underrated free agent signing will go on to be Justin Williams. I think he fits in really well with that Capitals team is all about, and could really help take that team to new heights. We shall see. Biggest free agent flop will be Carl Soderberg. I just don't see him doing as well in Colorado as he did in Boston. I think the flaws in his game will be exposed in the Western Conference, and see what happens with him out in Denver. Biggest bounce back season, former Colorado center Paul Stastny. I think he will have a phenomenal 72-point year with the St. Louis Blues this year. Speaking of American players, leading goal scorer among American players will be Phil Kessel, who finally hits 40. I got him scoring 47 this year. With playing along with Sidney Crosby, will do that. My first big name traded, Dustin Byfuglien, real big name. I think that the Winnipeg Jets are gonna flip him and try to get some assets back as he's a pending UFA, and I think they can maximize their return on investment with them. Estimated date of Anze Kopitar signing an extension. My birthday and Jack Eichel's birthday, October 28th. I think the deal will get done by the end of the month. Estimated date of Steven Stamkos signing an extension and breaking the hearts of everyone in Toronto, December 1st. Biggest point drop off in the Eastern Conference. Boston Bruins, I've been pretty clear on that pretty much all off season. They had 96 points last year. They're the biggest drop off. I think they'll drop 10 points in the standings. I think that's what's going to happen. Biggest point drop off in the Western Conference, Vancouver. I think we can all agree on that. Eastern Conference breakout team that falls short, the Florida Panthers. I think everyone's pegging them as the young and exciting team, plus Jaromir Jagr and Roberto Luongo. I think they'll just miss the playoffs. Flip side of the Western Conference, I got Dallas in that category, but I changed my mind. I got Dallas in the playoffs, so I think they'll sneak in at the last minute. But anyone that thinks they're going to be putting up video game numbers is going to be sorely disappointed. Eastern Conference sleeper team, the Columbus Blue Jackets. I'm pretty clear on that all off season. Same thing with Calgary out west. I think they both have what it takes to make a surprising playoff run. Eastern Conference leader in the Austin Matthews sweepstakes, Toronto. Been clear on that. Likewise in the West, Arizona. I think they're going to be tanking this whole season for the hometown kid. Eastern Conference Finals preview. I get Tampa over Pittsburgh in 7. Western Conference Finals, Anaheim over Nashville in 5. Stanley Cup Final, like every other person on the internet, I thought I was cutting edge. Tampa over the Ducks in 6 games with Victor Hedman winning the Conn Smythe. So we'll see how wrong I am in 6 months. Anyway, that's an episode of the Power Play with CJ. Stay tuned for episodes throughout the season and beyond. Later, guys.